sense. It's not.
It's wrong from my part.
Do you think that being true? Usted piensa que ser verdadero doesn't make sense. It's not a question. That's what it says in English.
Ah, ya. Claro, no, o sea, usted en Estados Unidos no dicen, piensa que ser verdadero,
No.
eso.
Well, no. This question doesn't make sense. The Book of Mormon is true. It's the Word of God. Joseph Smith was a prophet, but I don't know what this means. What do you think that being true is respecting the scriptures? The question doesn't make sense itself.
But it's very well formulated.
What?
But it's good formulated, o sea,
No.
it's good make it.
It's badly formulated.
Ah, it works. Okay.
It needs work.
And now we're going to make historical, archaeological, or linguistic questions.
What?
Are you ready?
See?
Historical, archaeological, or linguistic.
Okay. I will see if I know them.
After talking about the story of Mormons in the Americas, I ask, do you think the Nephites and Lamanites came to Central America?
First of all, we are not
Yeah. See, first of all, we read the Book of Mormon, but that does not mean we are Mormons. And we are members of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. And I don't know. I don't know if the Nephites.
The word Mormons is bad used
Yes.
for the
Yes.
normal people
Yes.
of the street.
Because we're not Mormons. We're members of the Church
exactly.
of Jesus Christ of Latter-day
Mormon
Saints.
is for the Book of Mormon,
Listo.
and anymore.
Yes. Nothing
Okay.
more.
Nothing but
Nothing more.
nothing more.
Book of Mormon.
Do you think the Nephi family came from Israel?
Jerusalem.
What?
I think they came from Jerusalem.
Jerusalem.
Jerusalem. Jerusalem.
Jerusalem. Ahí está. The capital of Israel. Okay. Do you think the story of... ¿Cómo?
No entiendo.
the capital of Judah.
Ya no sabía que era capital.
Do you think the story of Joseph Smith was real? So do you believe in the story as such?
I don't understand the question.
¿O estoy hablando muy mal o no
No.
tiene sentido ninguna de las preguntas?
No, a lot of them, they make sense. But some of them,
Pero, how is my pronunciation?
you're fine. You're
Okay.
fine. Just what you're reading doesn't make sense. So,
Claro, es que, ¿sabes lo que pasa? Que yo la formulo en español,
claro.
como yo la diría.
Sí, claro, no puedo
Yo sí
poner
rechuncar, perdón.
No.
Bueno, te la leo vuelta, si no la entendés te la digo en español.
Ok.
Y la respondé en inglés, ¿puede ser?
Español.
Porque así continuamos. Do you think the story of Joseph Smith was real? It does make sense. Yes or not? Question.
It doesn't make the story of. I don't understand the question.
Do you think that the story of Joseph Smith was real?
What story are we talking about?
A story of his life.
His life,
Mhm.
like the first vision.
Exactly.
Yes, when he saw God and Jesus Christ, I believe in that to be true.
La verdad. So do you believe in the story as such? Entonces vos crees en la historia como tal.
Yeah.
Ok. Vos, si vas a una escuela, te enseñan historia y crees en eso.
Yeah, I believe that Joseph Smith grew up in New York, that he was a normal child, right? He had his own life, his own family, but he was just looking for the truth. I know that he read in James 1:5. I know that God the Father and his Son Jesus Christ appeared to him and told him that the true church wasn't on the church and on the earth.
Okay.
Yeah, that's his story.
Dinosaur and human bones have been found scattered all over the earth. Do you think this is real? Do you think this is real?
I don't know. I don't know.
In your opinion,
I don't
can
know.
you
I don't
say
know. I don't
something?
know. I don't know.
So you know that archaeology is real?
Doesn't make sense. The next question.
Okay. Do you think that if Joseph Smith says that the language and oral communication can write part of the story,
Part.
Part.
Do you think that if Joseph Smith says that language and oral communication can write, the question doesn't make sense?
No, Brian.
Man,
Get out of here, dog.
get out of here. Yeah, the next
No,
question,
no,
please.
salí.
I don't understand the question. Can you please continue?
Okay. Is there any passage,
Passage.
is there any passage in the Book of Mormon whose name was that in the Lamanite era, there were horse, cars, sheep, elephants, wheat, and steel. Is there any passage?
The question doesn't make sense
Why?
because it's the way it's formed. In English, that doesn't make sense.
But in Spanish, you understand.
see? Okay.
Do you understand?
Yeah, it's Spanish and English. They're two idioms different.
I know that is bad formulated,
Yes.
but I insist. If you wanted to answer in English, can you?
Yeah,
do
I would
that?
love to, but the question itself doesn't make sense, so I don't understand what it's trying to say. You said you can play it, or you can say it in Spanish.
Te la puedo decir en español si quieres.
Sí, mejor.
¿Hay algún pasaje en el libro del Mormón que nombre que en la era de los lamanitas y nefitas había caballos, autos, barcos, elefantes, creo que esto es metal y wheat, ¿qué es lo que es? Steel y wheat.
Wheat and steel.
Wheat and steel.
Metal, como era fino. Pero no, I don't know.
Okay.
I understand now, but I don't know. Elephants, I don't think so. Elephants, no. That doesn't, no.
No. Do you think Joseph, but the others, maybe,
Keep going.
but the others things,
No.
maybe,
I don't
or
think.
not? Not the people.
Horses, obviously. Cars didn't exist back then. Sheep, they existed. Elephants, I don't think they're in that continent. Wheat, obviously, and steel, I'm pretty sure. Yes, because they're just natural things that are here in this earth.
Do you think Joseph Smith appeared to Jesus and God always in the same way?
I don't think, and I know that Joseph Smith didn't appear to Jesus and God. I know that God and Jesus appeared to Joseph Smith.
But in the older books that Joseph Smith wrote, no había nada de eso.
No.
No,
Joseph Smith,
siempre de la misma forma.
God,
Ever in the same way.
God and Jesus, they appeared to Joseph Smith. God appeared to Joseph Smith one time. Jesus appeared to Joseph Smith other times. But God and the Father and the Son, God and Jesus Christ appeared at the same time to Joseph Smith once.
Perfecto.